All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to Financial Trivia Week 16 with myself and Ryan. As we know, we do this every single week here. We've got a lot of contestants ready to play here. And Ryan, how you feeling on Saturday evening?
Feeling good. Yeah. Nice Saturday, not getting as much snow as some others, so
And
happy for that.
yeah, and if there any technical difficulties, we apologize for that one. With connections or whatever. I was yelling at my screen for the last 5 minutes because I couldn't figure out something, but it's okay. We're gonna get
Oh, is
going here strictly on Discord this week in the Kingdom Discord. And again, if you want to be part of it, feel free as always to join. Ryan has a free week offered on his WAP, I believe. Still, Ryan, correct?
yes, I'm not going to remove that. It's my one selling point.
Absolutely awesome. So, how it works again, we got 7 contestants in here right now, and how it's going to work, we have 20 questions, 20 seconds for each question. Some are easy, some are hard, and believe it or not, we have still not gotten somebody to get all 20 questions correct.
Yeah. Is is my is my video all super delayed and everything?
A little bit, yeah. A little delayed.
Should I should I just turn the video off
So, I
maybe?
don't know if you want to. Yeah, I mean, if you want, it's up to you, man. Whatever you want. I mean, you can look at icons. They can look at my beautiful new logo of Fridge Financials. If you guys haven't already seen that, got a brand new logo there, courtesy of my wonderful fiance who designed it for us.
Nice.
So I love
Well,
it.
it is a cool logo, I was going to tell you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And so without further ado, so I think we got everybody in here. We've got eight people in here. 8 people that were in here. Plus or minus. Love it. Blue fits. Yeah, dude, I absolutely love it. It's 20 questions, 20 seconds each question. And believe it or not, these are all new questions that we have generated. It's not reused questions. Might be different wording of similar topics, but myself and Ryan actually went out of our way to make these new questions for people. So you've maybe never seen them before or maybe seen them in a different context. Without further ado, we're going to get into the financial trivia of Kahoot. Week 16. We're going to get going here. 20 questions, 20 seconds for each question. Let's get excited. First question coming into play. NBBO stands for. This is my question, and I thought, let's just see if people know it. Oh, sorry, Ann. I apologize.
Yeah, no big deal. Sorry, Ann. You're going to handicap everyone else. It's okay. Is is my audio
Now,
sounding
this
messed up
this is a
too, by the way?
very. No, your audio sounds great. I think this is the
Okay.
camera, maybe.
Okay, go ahead though.
And yeah, and so this one apparently stood for, and I looked it up online, National Best Bid and Offer. So probably something to do with trading.
Yeah, what is yeah,
Yes.
what is this related to?
That I actually don't know off the top of my head. I was honestly kind of hoping that we wouldn't get to this question first, but they were like, "Oh, you want to randomize questions? Let's throw this one in there first."
Nice.
Hang on, we can hang on.
There's I got
I
a
can tell you.
yeah, you can tell us. I got one that's like a not even really no one's going to know the answer, but I mean that's why I made it 50-50 because it's just kind of fun information.
Yeah, so it's the national best bid and offer, which is the highest bid price and lowest ask price for security across all U.S. exchanges. It is an SEC regulation requiring brokers to provide customers with the best available buying and selling prices.
Mm.
So,
So
AKA not
did
Robinhood.
you did you did you use AI to help you with this week's trivia, Fridge?
I mean, no, I mean maybe that one question. Yeah, I don't know about all of them, but maybe that one question.
I'm just
Because
messing
I
with you,
was
man.
because I was just sitting there and I was like, dude, like I was like, dude, I tried to think about all these more questions and stuff like that, and that was one of them. I was like, whatever. I was really hoping that like we would get to this later on, and it wouldn't catch me off guard like this, and it did. So,
No, you're good.
yeah, so that's
I'm
awesome.
I'm just messing around with you, man. Don't worry about it. It's hard. It's hard. 10
no,
questions every week. I mean, we're trying every other week now. 10 questions every week. It's hard to do.
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, we're on week 16. So think about that. We've done 20 questions for 16 weeks, plus give or take ones we reused. We're looking at probably over 300 questions we've made. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how many questions we can make before we run out of ideas. So, well, that was a interesting question. All right, let's make it easier. Which ticker is not related to the Russell?
Yeah, this
That's
should
Ryan's
be.
question.
This might be a gimme, but we'll see.
Well, you can't get much worse than than what I put out the first question.
Yes, it's okay, man. Yes. So yes, the answer is EEM. That's emerging markets ETF. IWM obviously is the Russell ETF. RTY is Russell futures. So that's understandable. Some might not understand that. RUT is the Russell index. I mean, there might be some Russell companies in the emerging markets, but I don't know if it's not exactly, you know, related to the
I mean,
Russell.
that
So
would be a stretch. That'd be a stretch to be like one stock in the EEM is the Russell, so automatically released to the Russell. That would be like just absolute like insanity. I
that's
feel.
true. That's true. Well, I can understand RTY. It is
uh,
futures. You might not know what the futures ticker is.
right. And all right, so we're back in the better the better results for that question there. So, dude, Kahoot is just like, yo, this dude has no idea what he's talking about. I'm gonna put him on blast first and put this stupid question first. Just because so
It's
stupid.
okay. It's okay.
All right. Let's get into question. Let's get a little bit. Question number 3. Junk bonds are also known as. Now, this one I did not look up. I promise. This one I actually know. Junk bonds.
It's okay to use, AI to help you out. I mean, I definitely a lot of times I use it to give me wrong answers because I don't know sometimes what to do.
Yeah, I thought about that because I sit there and it's just like Itai will be like, "Oh, it's a teacher response," and I got to Google stuff and just be like, "Dude, like," or I got to like Chat GPT and be like, "Give me some similar worded answers that are not the same thing to throw off Itai," and that's it. And so the correct answer here, junk bonds are related to the high yield bonds. Basically, the idea behind it, they're junk bonds because they're garbage. And by that, basically meaning more of a, there's a lot more risk associated with it. So the higher the risk you have, the higher the yield is. So you get a better payout, assuming that people don't default on these kind of bonds, stuff like that, especially like corporate bonds and stuff like that. So they're junk because it's a high yield, it's a very high risk, and you got to be very very careful. They're not treasury bonds. Those are the better ones to look at. I don't know any inflation linked bonds off the top of my head. I don't know if that's even a thing, honestly. Ryan, I don't know if you know that or not. I don't know if that's even a thing, honestly. But high yield bonds attract, yeah, they attract the people who are like, oh my God, you get 20% annual payouts. And then they default on it. And you're like, well, you're not getting that 20% because you just lost it all because we can't afford to pay you anyways. So, they're junk bonds. They're kind of gross. Yeah, isn't it inflation linked to the inverse most bonds? Yeah. Oh yeah, because I guess yeah, because you have interest rates and stuff like that, so that goes with inflation. So yeah, definitely, I get
I
that.
don't know.
Ryan, anything to add to that? I don't know.
I don't know the macro. I don't know the yeah. I have no idea what those are. But yes, you're spot on. Good stuff.
Yeah, it's to give me points. I was right, isn't it? I mean, yeah. Okay, just that be saying that basically like every single bond is linked to inflation, which means that there's no there's no one out in that case. But junk bonds focus more on reaching out for those high yields. All right, Atai. So just because you didn't get it right because you answered too fast doesn't mean anything.
Hmm. Uh, Bubba Sparks saw you joined. If you don't know how to
So
play
if
and
you
you want
want
to
to,
play, go to Kahoot.it or Kahoot and enter the game pin on the bottom of the screen here. Anyway, sorry.
no, it's okay, dude. The game pin. Yeah. Oh, look at Ty already plugging it in
Just
there. I
just
absolutely
because
love
I
that,
saw
Ty.
Bubba
See,
Sparks
now Ty's
popped
gonna be
in
like, "Give
there.
me points because I put that in for you." Yeah, I got you. I'm an AI. Hey, you are right. You are. Aren't we all AI in some way? Think about it. We're
Mirage
just
is
the
last
lower end
for
models of AI.
yeah, and there you go.
Why is the globe so sad for him? I just noticed that. It's like sad as ever. It's like I don't want to be part of this. Should we get the next question going, Ryan, or do you want to wait a little minute just in case someone wants to join in here?
Bubba Sparks, let us know if we should wait for you, I guess. But if not, you don't have to type anything in. We'll just take that as the answer. But we'll give you, if you want to play, we'll give you a second to
Oh,
put the
what a
code in.
name!
Okay. Do you need a
I
second?
put the code in. Heck yeah, Purple Sparks.
Or are you in?
Yo, and came in
Can you
late and
see
he's
if
already in
people are
third
in?
place. I don't. I don't know. Let me
Okay.
see. If I go in the setting, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, if you put the
Characters.
code
I
in,
can
I
put
think
it,
that
dude. I
means
can put
he's
it in like a
in,
different
right?
language, dude. Can we put it in like Danish and see what happens?
No.
It's a different language.
No, thank you.
What do you mean?
Because I won't
What do
know
you
what's going on.
mean? It'll level the playing field.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't see it. I can just end it now. That's about it. Yeah, so I don't really see it.
Okay,
Or
well,
wingdings.
we'll
Yeah.
hope that they are
Okay.
in there. He said he put the code in, or they put the code in, so I'm gonna guess that means they're in.
All right, give me a question. This is hopefully a give me question. What does ETF stand for? Give me a question. Why is it all my questions already? This is so
Hey,
stupid.
I had one of the four. I got 25% in there.
Yeah. Dude, we got 10 people in here, just so you know. Didn't know if you knew that.
You're
Look
right.
at that. 10 people
Yeah.
voted.
You gotta.
A tie. Did you answer equity trading fund? Is that you? Is that you answering that question? Because you should hopefully know. It's an exchange traded fund.
Yes.
I read too fast. It's okay, dude.
Yeah.
So your ETFs are what a lot of people usually talk about when you first get into the investing game. If you're not really quite familiar with it, if you're watching on YouTube, of course, if you are brand new to the investing game, ETFs are the most simple way to get started into investing into the markets. You can invest in the S&P 500 in ETFs like VOO, SPY, those kind of things, and it gives you that kind of broad exposure with these funds here, so you don't just get all your concentration into one stock. You have concentration in a bunch of other stocks, so you get diversification. They're very, very nice to get into as you very much start. And unless you're a Thai, which I don't know what a Thai is thinking, but maybe he trades different ETFs. I have no idea.
Yeah. He's
But
trading the new stuff.
yeah, he's gonna start his own thing. He's gonna go to the SEC and just be like, "We should call it the equity trading fund because I got it wrong on Kahoot, and I don't want to look stupid in front of
There you go.
people."
Yes.
All right, taking a look at the leaderboard here. We got Team Rocket in first place, and in second, Force Forward in third, Last in fourth, To the Moon in fifth. Invasion of privacy. What are you talking about? Invasion of privacy. I don't know. I'm just calling it how this is, dude. Okay. Mirage says sounds just like you, so I don't see the problem is then with that. All right, question number 5. What is Bitcoin's maximum supply? I don't think we've had any crypto questions really. Now that I was thinking about this, I put this one in here today, Ryan.
Not today. We have crypto questions, or in general.
In general, I don't know how many we've actually had in the 16 weeks. Not a lot, I don't think.
Yeah, this is maybe our. I mean, I put in 1, 2, right? So I'd say there's probably a total of 5, including these two.
And the correct answer is 21 million. There is a max supply. And again, that's kind of what a lot of people have talked about, which makes Bitcoin more of a standout in the cryptocurrency game. It's not an unlimited amount of supply or hundreds of millions of coins like Dogecoin, which is a pile of crap. But it's just such a finite amount of it, and there's less and less that you can mine. If it's a scarcity for it, then that's what makes the value have a valuation to it. But yeah, there's 21 million Bitcoin as a maximum supply. Did not know if you guys knew that or not, but fun fact. There you go.
It is a good fact. I knew it wasn't unlimited, but I didn't know the number until I read it from you this morning.
Yeah, Q and Itai going. Well, it's the only one that's very, very specific. Like there's 10 million and 100 million, and this one's 21. So that'd be the most specific one. I feel like
that helps.
Oh man, absolutely love that. Let me find a currency we have ever made. Yeah, it's interesting. My daily Bitcoin investment is down right now. Still, believe it or not, with me putting money in every day. So it's all right though. We're making money.
They showed something with someone investing if they did it from whatever to whatever, and they did I forget how much a day, and they were doing quite well today. So if unless quantum computing destroys crypto, you might be positioned well.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what? Get some money into quantum computing as well. So that way I guess would that be like I guess could that be like a hedge against Bitcoin and crypto? Would be investing in quantum computing? You think?
Uh, yeah, I mean, technically, I guess you could think of it that way, but also just to invest in that emerging technology. Period. Right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm game for investing in quantum computing for a long term. I don't care. I'm early, whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, I wanted to buy it a while ago, and I talked myself out. I'm probably gonna. I've got cash freed up. I might make some purchases here, personally.
Oh, nice. Love that. This just said NFTs. Dude, NFTs are so gross. A tie. I don't know what you're talking about. The board ape, the board. Oh, I should have. Dude, we should put an NFT question on here next week.
Oh
That'd be a
God,
funny one.
no, thank you.
Well, when board ape yacht clubs used to go for like 500,000 to like $1 million, and people, if you had one, like you were in like this exclusive club, yeah, like those. And then people were like, "Why do I have to have one? I can just screenshot it, and it's also mine." It's like,
Yes, but
okay.
it's not on the blockchain as theirs. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. That was such a wild thing where it's like you saw like Eminem got one, you saw the like a bunch of like famous like artists and actors had like bored apes stuff like that, and you thought you were like the coolest guy ever, and you can get these exclusive clubs and all that. It was wild. I
It's
don't think
true.
anybody cares anymore.
Well, no one. NFTs are dead.
Moving on. Question number 6. What is the recommended way to store crypto assets securely? Oh, this is your question. Sorry, I cut you off, by the way.
No, you're good. Crypto to crypto back to back. You're good. I don't think I said anything important.
Dude, everything you say is important to me. Okay, I want you to know that.
I think I said NFTs are dead, is what I said. That's all I said.
Yeah, that's important. That's important. Yep. All right, go ahead. Take it away with the crypto question.
So yeah, the answer is a cold storage wallet. So like if you got a ledger, treasure, I think is it. I forgot how you pronounce it, but there's other brands, but basically you're going to get your security phrase. You definitely don't want to put it on your private keys in your mailbox or in a cloud document, because then people can um, easily get it potentially. Whereas if you write down your phrases on a piece of paper and keep your wallet and keep it just in a drawer somewhere and have a cold storage wallet, you're most secure. Keeping funds on a centralized exchange is not recommended because of Mount Gox, uh, which I don't know if people know about. But what happened was that I think it was a crypto exchange that stole everyone's funds, pretty much, is what people think. So, um, yeah. And then if you like store it on Robinhood, you don't actually own the crypto. So that's something. I don't know if that's specific to all exchanges, just Robinhood maybe.
I'm trying to think about what was the one that stole. Was it it was a name that was not super popular, but it was one that I had remembered hearing of. The one that like stole
Mount Gox.
like.
Mount Gox.
No, never mind. It was not that. Nope, was not that one. That's an awful name for an exchange. Like who
Yeah. Well,
thought of that?
the very the very first one. This was a long time ago, but it was that one. That's why I typed it out. But I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, there was FTX, there was Celsius,
FTX was gross.
there was
Maybe it was Celsius. Maybe
yeah. Probably
I don't
rhymes with
know.
Fort Knox. You're probably very right there, Iceman. That might be exactly what they were going for.
That's actually very clever. So take a look at the leaderboard here. Force forward in first place, Team Rocket. Right behind in second, To the Moon in third, and in fourth, and last is in fifth. Kind of ironic.
But
Last is in fifth.
the
Not
the
last, but
yes. Now everyone got the last question right, so I don't need to lecture anyone, or most everyone got it right, so I don't need to lecture anyone. But it's important to store into a cold storage wallet if you can. Just FYI for general PSA.
and don't be like that guy who lost 7 million in Bitcoin because he threw his hard drive out in the
Yeah,
trash can one day.
keep it on a piece of paper you're never gonna touch and not throw away accidentally, and then uh, also keep your crypto wallet somewhere not that you're not gonna throw away.
Oh, he gave up a few days ago officially. Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. I mean, dude. I mean, Like that's he was like, I'll pay out like the dump. Like I don't know, like dude, that was there like so many years ago. Like you're never finding that again. There's just no
No,
way.
you,
I
you
just don't see that.
for him to even try. I mean, I know why he did, but it was like it was a lost cause, unfortunately.
Yeah, or you could be like that guy who bought 2 pizzas for it. Remember that guy? That guy was like, he bought like 2 pizzas for like 25 Bitcoin or something like that. I think. I mean, it was 1 pizza for 25 Bitcoin.
Right.
Something like
There
that.
was that, but you asked that guy, and he's like, I don't regret it because that's like what I wanted to make it cryptocurrency, like a replacement to cash. So I was doing that. Like I'm happy with doing what I did. I don't think about it too much. But who knows? He probably doesn't love it.
Yeah, even though there's probably like a bunch of articles about this guy. He's like, dude, stop sending me these articles. I don't need that.
Yeah,
Oh man, bro. In
it's true.
'09, Bitcoin was, yeah, that's crazy. Bitcoin 0.28. I was watching a show, believe it or not. There's a show that I watch on Peacock that was it's called The Hunting Party. I don't know if you've heard of it, Ryan, or
Nope.
anybody in the chat. Very good show, by the way. It's about like these like escaped inmates that are like serial killers that they've been like testing on for like to like do like better things and like some advanced medicine and stuff. And this one guy, he invested in Bitcoin back in like 2013, and then like he got put in this like jail cell for like many years, and he got out after he would kill a bunch of rich people. Because he was like he was trying to be like a Robin Hood where you kill the rich and give to the poor kind of thing, and obviously
Okay.
he got arrested for it. He got out of this like jail cell, and he found out his Bitcoin's worth like $60 million, some crap like that.
Oh damn.
And he then went out and he would take poor people off the streets. He would dress them. He would buy them like super fancy like clothing and stuff to be rich, and then he would kill them. It
Damn.
was like
Oh,
just like okay, dude,
weird.
like what?
Didn't enjoy his money and move on and like give away or anything. That's a very interesting story.
Yeah, it is a very good show if you watch it. It's a very good show. It's not real. It's a very good show though. It's called The Hunting Party. I would recommend it. Very
Well,
fun to watch.
well,
It's two
did you
seasons.
like just spoil it for us?
No, 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 of course not. Which policy approach is most closely associated with Keynesian economics? What
This
is
is
this?
a
This is yours, right? I forget what
yes.
this is.
This is a recommendation from Mr. Galaxy Tyler, who is not here with us. So, uh, whoops. But yeah, I did not know this.
Okay, I wouldn't even know that one. I didn't spoil the. All right, take it away. Well, try to explain it, I guess, if you want.
Yeah, I mean, all I know is I looked it up and I like because I don't really know economic schools. I thought, I mean, I had to take micro and macroeconomics in college, but we didn't. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure we talked about this, but that was a long time ago, and not I didn't care that much. But basically, it's that the 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 market can't sustain on its own, and that the government has to spend to stimulate the economy. Which I don't know if I fully recommend, but that's the economic school of thought with Keynesian. Um, so it's definitely not going to be reduced spending because they want to stimulate the economy. If things are like basically the point is it can't sustain itself.
Huh. I was thinking of what's this the ology word? Kinesiology or something like that, or kinesthesiology or something like that. That's what I was thinking of. That's what I thought it was.
Oh no, yeah, that's like the study of movement or something, right?
What is it?
Kinesiology.
Yeah, I can. Hang on. I don't want to look stupid here. Let me look it up. Double check. Kinesia. I don't know how to even fucking spell this. Oh no, I swore. Kinesiology. Yeah, scientific study of human movement. Yep. Nope.
Yeah,
Wrong word.
human movement.
Love that. Wow. Leaderboards are switching on. Team Rocket moving up into first place. Who's Team Rocket?
That
Who
is
is that?
Naomi.
Someone tell me. What a goat. What a goat. Actually, a fox, but you know, I get it. But you know. So if you guys have crypto in Robinhood, do you move them to cold storage? What is the harm in leaving it in?
Um,
It's because you don't technically own the crypto, right? It's like a one to
yeah,
one
with
exchange or something like that, or whatever it is. It's like a weird thing, right?
with Robinhood specifically, you don't actually own the coins. So if you were to withdraw it, you do own the coins. Then that's like the only thing with Robinhood that I know of. I don't know what other exchanges do it, but I know that they're like, yeah, exactly what Itai said. Like, if they go under, you don't get your crypto. Rare, like he just said, but
Yeah.
um, I don't fully trust Robinhood. I'm going to be honest with you. I am a bit of a stockholder, but um, I would, even if if it's like a small amount of money, even if you moved it onto like Coinbase, I think that'd be maybe slightly better. I don't know though. Um, you know, there's
Yeah, I
there's
feel like
also
it's kind of like the idea to like what Robinhood's been doing with like they're trying to get people to get private to get into private equities. Like they're gonna do like a 1-to-1 token exchange or something like that, like on like the blockchain almost in a way where it's like you don't actually get like a share of private equity, but you get a coin that has the value of like a private equity. It was like something weird like that. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it was something weird where it was like get exposure to private equity, but like not getting actual shares from private equity like investments, if that makes sense. It was like a weird thing they were talking about.
and you're talking about in relation to crypto instead that similarly is what you're saying.
That's what I feel like. That's kind of like a similar. That's what my similarity idea is. That like
Well,
you have like Robinhood gives like a token for 1-to-1 of a share of like say OpenAI. Like you don't have an actual share in
right,
OpenAI. You have a token with the exchange value of what it would be.
right.
So it's
Well,
very much similar. I feel like with the bitcoins and how coin and how cryptos do the same thing.
got you. Yeah, I mean, you can think of it as, I mean, to some degree, I guess you do have your own address, but that address is being sent to like probably owned by Robinhood or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely there's a lot of things that are like weird like behind the scenes for sure. But it's kind of like basically like an IOU. I feel like it's like the simplest way to explain it is like an IOU of like hey, you don't get the actual crypto, but here's a thing that's worth the same amount of the crypto. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
No,
very
I get you.
interesting. But I will say that people actually the only reason why people like um Robinhood over like Coinbase is they say there's no fees, but you just don't get the fill as accurate as
Yeah,
Coinbase does.
it's the
So
difference
Coinbase
is
fills you better.
yeah, the difference is you is you're trading direct and they charge you a fee on Coinbase like based on the price, it's a market, right? With Robinhood and other brokers,
Yeah,
it's a spread is how they make money. So yeah, exactly what you said. It can be trading at $1, but you're going to pay 97 cents for $1 worth, right? So they make that 3 cents.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. All right, moving on to question number 8. Enough with the cryptos for now. The Nasdaq recently received approval to list Monday and Wednesday expiry options for the Mag 7 and AVGO or Broadcom, and which ETF? This I did not
Yes.
know.
Yeah, well, this I got this in a Robinhood newsletter, and it does launch on Monday, and this is brand new. So,
All right.
yes, it is IBIT to more crypto, I guess. But yeah. So that this I just got a Robinhood email like on I don't know if it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I get their like 5 minute read after the market closed, and they were talking about how the Nasdaq is approving month. So for Monday and Wednesday, this starts Monday, this coming Monday. But yeah, they're going to add Monday, Wednesday expiring options for Mag 7 Avco, and then they used IBIT. And I think it's because the liquidity in IBIT's pretty good. It's my guess, and it's been popular.
Very interesting. I did not know that. I know that SMH is the semiconductor ETF, which is I have a lot of money into for my Roth, which has done pretty well. So
Yeah, no, that's I would imagine it has done well.
yeah. All right, and take care. Good to see you as always. SMH better than SOXX. Is SOXX is that leverage or are you talking about SOXL? A tie. Is the SOXX the leveraged one or what is that one?
I don't know what stocks is.
It's not leveraged. Okay. Well, because I know this SOXL, which is I believe, yeah, SOXL is leverage. Okay. What's SOXX? Oh, semiconductor ETF. All right. Well, hey, I didn't no idea. I wonder what the ROIs are for both of those in the same time period. Like I'm curious to know, like, does one perform better than the other one? I'm curious. It's a
No
bit
idea.
better.
It's probably a
Oh, okay.
fees thing.
Maybe. Definitely could be. Very, very interesting. Did not know that. All right, taking a look at the leaderboard here.
So yep, that starts Monday. So anyone
Nobody
who wants
moved.
to trade a little more often in those tickers starts Monday. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, you know what? I was looking at my screen and I was like, why do the numbers not move? And I was like, all right, one person got it right. So, so nobody else moved.
Yeah. No, it was a harder one. I mean, I didn't think anyone would necessarily know unless they read the article. It was more of a fun fact. And hey, cool, it's launching for those who want to trade, more often.
Yeah, so SMH and SOXX are the top high performing semiconductor DJs, both heavily focused on AI. Okay, well, provides slightly more diversified. Okay. SMH has higher assets. Oh, okay, interesting. Past 5 years, the difference is over 50% between those two. Is SOXX probably doing better then because it's got more diversity, or is SMH done better because of the concentration in the higher ones?
Itai's guessing.
Oh, it's not doing better. Oh, okay.
Well,
Interesting. Huh.
yeah. I
So
mean,
I
it
guess like
depends.
the SOXX would be like the least, the lower like volatility probably play compared to the SMH, I guess.
Yeah, probably a little more balanced. So
Wouldn't
it's not
guess.
going to be as it's like trading the equal weighted S&P
Yeah.
versus that real S&P.
Right. All right, moving on to question number 9. Which was one major factor that fueled the dot-com bubble of the 1990s, late 1990s, I should say? Dot-com bubble, basically when I was born, around there.
1990.
Crazy.
Oh wow. I was
No, I was born late. I was born in 95, but
gotcha. That would be the mid 1990s fridge. Um uh
all right, whatever.
anyways, the answer here is it was basically everyone was hyped up about .com, the internet basically. So if companies, we learned about this in my MBA program. We actually had a case study on it, but it was, and I don't remember very much from it, but basically what I remember talking about was like companies would just add .com to their name and it would blow up. Like just that's how much of a bubble, the bubble it was, right? So that's what the big reason that caused the .com bubble.
Yeah, that's one of the major things. And that's what people always fear about right now, where you have the AI bubble. People are keep on saying over and over
Yes,
again.
which, you know, uh, Powell did talk to how he was saying, um, like, that these companies have money. Well, the problem is we don't know if the AI companies are going to be profitable. Well, we'll see. For now, everyone's backing it. Lots of money's going in.
Yeah, I remember him saying that. I remember listening to that and to like him talking about like the AI and stuff like that. And he was like, the difference between here and like the dot-com bubble was that these companies still were making revenues, hitting profits, all that kind of stuff. Whereas the dot-com bubble was literally just like pure hype, speculation, no numbers backed it up at all. So that's what like he says is like the major difference. I feel like is that so.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Very interesting. It's an interesting idea. It's an interesting take for sure. I respect it. I hope that that's what it stays like because obviously we get a rug pull, we're gonna be in some trouble. But hopefully not. Do you even .com? I do not. I .org, dude.
I
If you
.gov.
know, you know. Actually, or I .edu because I'm a teacher, so I
There you go.
.edu. All right.
I don't .gov.
I should come up with a new one. It should be .ff for Fridge Financials.
There you go.
That'd be sick.
Fridge too.
Fridge. All right, moving on to question number 10. What is the name of this candlestick pattern? Did we do one like this before?
Not this one.
Oh, interesting.
So Yeah, 3 white soldiers.
All right, Ryan,
We
take it
did
away.
3 black crows before, is why it looks similar. Um, so 3 white soldiers, there's 3
I
green
thought we did.
candles there.
I could have swore we did. I could have. I could have swore we did one of these before. Maybe I'm losing my mind though. But I
I
do
s
remember doing the Black Crows one for sure. I could have sworn maybe we did one of these before. Maybe not.
I tried looking to see if I did it before, and I didn't think I did, so, you know.
No. All right. Hey, you know what though? It doesn't hurt to know all the candlestick patterns. That's for sure. And as we're looking at halfway through, we still have anybody's game here. Still anybody's game for a free month of the Kingdom Discord. So let's lock in for the second half.
Yes.
Question number 11. If your cover call gets exercised, you must what? Buy more shares, close your brokerage account, sell your shares, or pay a fine. I thought close your brokerage account was a funny option, honestly.
Both those 2 on the right are pretty funny.
Yeah, pay a fine. It's like, yeah, you're so stupid. Like, yeah, you can't be doing that. Yeah, pay your fine.
Yes.
Close your account is like, I was wondering if like, do you mean like close isn't like log out, or is it like you gotta deactivate your account? Like it's like you just deactivate it because you did that. It's like, nope,
Yeah.
you can't be doing that.
Right.
So again, if you are not familiar with selling this, which again, obviously everybody here seems like they are, at least in the Discord, but if you're watching on YouTube, cover calls, if you get exercise, that means you have to sell your shares at the price that you set it to, you know? So you have to sell those shares off. If you get exercise, that means that those shares were in the, that means that options contract was in the money. So you will be getting exercise as a result. Should include the option of going to the gym. Yeah. That too. Lay down and cry. That's a good one. I like that one. Lay down and cry. Why not? I'll do that. All right. So no changes in the leaderboards just yet. Moving on to question number 12. Payment for order flow is controversial because, and we kind of already talked about this a little bit earlier, made a joke about it a little bit earlier here. So see what you know about payment for order flow.
Did we make a joke about it?
I kind of did. About the stupid acronym I had, the bid ask.
Gotcha.
You know the one where I definitely AI'd it, and I was just like, dude, I don't know what this is, but just don't be first, and it was the first question. So payment for order flow is controversial because it may create conflicts in trade execution quality, as we hopefully probably already know. The biggest one that was under, the SEC's eyes and that people were looking at was Robinhood back with Citadel, I believe it was, Ryan. I don't know if you remember or not. I think it was Citadel. That was their payment for order flow person they were working, or company they were working with. And there was that huge controversy. Then we had the GameStop saga of 2021, and then they shut down the order flow, and they made it where you could only sell, but you couldn't buy. And then the SEC investigated. Like, it was all crazy stuff there. It's very, very wild. So it's basically, I'm trying to see if I can explain this the right way. Basically, payment for order flow, basically when you're buying shares on Robinhood, those orders get put out to a different party, and then the different party is one filling those ones at the best they possibly can. And then if you get filled, a little bit higher, or you get filled a little bit lower, depending on what you're doing, the difference is usually what goes to Robinhood as a fee or as a commission, I believe, Ryan, and the other part goes to Citadel, for example. I'm trying to remember how to explain it the right way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know how to explain it or not.
That's part of it. Yeah, then that's why Robinhood's like free, quote unquote, right? Her commissions are so low, but yeah, they earn a cut of that too, right? But of course, Citadel's going to get the most of it. But there are also brokers that implement payment for order flow, and it's only for price improvement, as opposed to Robinhood, who will just do it whatever, right?
Right. Yeah, it's a wild thing. And again, I went in. I still remember watching the SEC court like thing with like Vlad at the helm and stuff like that. And I was listening. It was all on Zoom because it was during like the end of COVID, and they didn't want people like going out in public still and like being like in rooms and stuff like that. So they had it all like they had Ken Griffin from Citadel on a Zoom call with like the SEC and like board members and stuff like that, and it was flat. Like I remember watching it at home. I was like, "Dude, this is the wildest thing I've ever seen in my life."
I did not. I mean, I knew of all that going on, but I didn't. I was investing then, but not trading, so I wasn't really. I didn't watch it or anything. I did watch the whatever the damn movie's called. I can't remember off the top of my head. I did watch that.
Oh, with Roaring Kitty and all that.
Yeah. So I saw the dramatized version
Yeah,
of the
and then
Zoom calls.
they put him on it too.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know.
Right,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
put Roaring Kitty on this Zoom call too.
yeah,
Like, could you imagine that? Like, imagine being on a call with like Ken Griffin worth like billions, and then like the SEC, and then Vlad worth billions, and then it's just Roaring Kitty just just sitting there on the Zoom call.
yeah. You know.
That's wild. All right, take a look at our leaderboard. Team Rocket in first, Force Forward in second, To the Moon in third place, Aurorum in fourth, and Team Red in fifth place. And we still have plenty of time to go. Question number 13. Which spread is the undefined risk version of a short iron butterfly? This is 1000% Ryan's question.
This is my question. Yes, I did I did a bunch of what's the defined risk of the undefined, so I decided to do the vice versa.
Of course. All right, Ryan, take it away.
Yeah, so the answer is a short straddle. The so a short straddle is just the short strikes of an iron butterfly. So an iron butterfly or a short straddle have your shorts at the money. Now, of course, you can actually position this differently, but technically, it's positioned at the money. And then with the iron butterfly, you're buying protection. For short straddles, you just have the shorts. A put ratio spread is a long spread matched with one short naked put. So, um, if you don't know, I can see why someone would put that one. Iron condor is the defined risk version of a short strangle, and short strangle differs from a short straddle because those are out of the money on your shorts usually. No, they are not usually.
All right. Love the explanation. Always love the explanation from you, Ryan, because honestly, I wouldn't know how to explain these. So I always appreciate it.
It would be better if I had a visual probably, but I can't put the media up there.
Yeah, no, I get you. I 100% get that. But it's all right. Hey, if you want more of a visual, follow Ryan on WAP. Or do you still do mentor? Are you still doing the mentorships, Ryan?
I mean, yeah, I actually have something scheduled with Iceman here on Monday. I mean, I do. I just talked. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to charge people or not, but for now, willing to talk to people for free, just to see if they can learn some stuff or get better understanding of concepts or whatever.
Hey, we appreciate that. And also, if you want access, me and Ryan are trying to figure it out still. We're trying to do a podcast, hopefully for members only on YouTube. You can get that knowledge as well. We can have Ryan, show some really cool trade setups on a podcast with myself and him, both beautiful faces on the cameras, and you get a good visual for it. And that is actually not even a crazy membership. That's like $6 a month. So
Yeah,
you can also get that as well. We got to figure it
yeah.
out still, but that's another option that we've got.
We
Hopefully
got to
going on at
talk.
some point.
We have to hash that out. But yes,
Yeah, so if anybody has any kind of ideas as to what they want to see from a Ryan and Fridge podcast, let us know in the comments or let us know right here in Discord. Whatever it is you want, hit us up. We are always open to any ideas that myself and Ryan can have, where members only get access to the beautiful faces of ourselves, trading strategies, how to set one up, how to open it, how to close it, undervalued stocks, maybe, whatever it is you want. We can definitely make it happen. But without further ado, question 14 is: what is one advantage of span margin for futures and options on futures compared to equities, ETFs, and indices? Man, Ryan, this is a mouthful of a question.
that is a mouthful. Yeah, I had to add the compared part. But we did cover span margin 2 weeks ago, so I just wanted to talk about why it's beneficial or what it gives you. Um, so yes,
Go
span
ahead.
margin is they use different risk parameters, so you use less buying power than you would if you traded on like an index. or an ETF or an equity. It's just they use different risk, equation. Um, it does not eliminate the potential of a margin call. It makes it less likely, but it doesn't eliminate it. Um, and because the span margin is still dynamic, so if things start going against you, the margin will increase, which could result in a margin call. So it's important to trade small. Um, and it's not higher buyer and power requirements, and there is no difference.
All right. And myself didn't even know the answer to this question. So we always appreciate Ryan explaining it and helping bring the. I do remember us talking about span margin before. I remember that before. It
Yes.
was about like which accounts can have span margin or something like that, I thought.
It was
Or
just
I'm trying to
it
remember what it
just it
was.
was just kind of defining it. Um, but any as long as you have futures enabled on your account, you get span margin.
Ah, gotcha. Interesting.
But it's
I did not know. I think I said this last time on the last video that I had no idea that there was different types of margin, anyways. So
Yeah, it's okay. And the thing that's the benefit is, especially on like a retirement account, if you trade IRA, and some brokers, they require you to be cash secured as opposed to other. So that's what's beneficial to trade options on futures into your IRA because you can use less buying power.
huh. All right. I did not know that. So in taking a
Yes.
look here, we've got Team Rocket in first, Force Forward in second. This is a close race right here. We still have plenty of questions left here to go. Still, it's
Yep.
still anybody's game, and
6
there are
more
some hard questions still to come up.
for
So we
sure.
got plenty more to go. Question number 15: FDIC insurance protects what? Do you know what FDIC insurance is? Let's see if you know it. And the correct answer is bank deposits up to a limit. Basically, what it protects you is how much money you can put up to in your bank account up to a certain amount. So FDIC stands for the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Okay, basically making sure that you have protection for deposits and stuff like that. I believe it came out after we had the Great Depression back in the 1930s. They put that in place as sort of a way to protect, so that way we don't have people running out and panicking and withdrawing all their money at once. For that reason, so it protects a certain amount that you can have in your bank account that you have. No fair. I'm not American. I am so sorry, Itai. Do you guys have anything similar to this over where you're from, Itai? I'm genuinely curious. Is there anything that's close to that? Canadian. I'm guessing Mirage CDIC is the Canadian one, the Canadian version. That's what the C stands for. I'm sure we do, but I never went into it. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, because it's one of those things where it definitely helps to have, the insurance. It came out right after our, huge depression we went through in the 1930s. So they were like, let's get some insurance going there. Because again, having that protection allows people to keep their money in banks for longer instead of just like panic pulling everything out at once. CDIC covers everything here, though, not just the bank. Oh, interesting. I did not know. Okay. Well, Canada is better. French bank runs as well. Yep. I know there was a big fear of bank runs. I think there was a big fear of smaller bank runs. I think it was 2024, where I think it was Silicon Valley Bank went under, I believe.
Yeah,
And
I
people
think
were
it's
worried
Silicon.
about that as
That
well.
that is correct. Silicon Valley.
See, why I know that, I honestly do not remember, but I
Well,
know it, and I don't know
it was
why.
during it was like 2021. It was when crypto kind of had its last like hype and then kind of crushed, and a bunch of people were over leveraged,
Mm.
and they were Silicon Valley bank customers.
Was Silicon Valley Bank also the one that had a bunch of loans out with small caps? And so when you had high inflation, you couldn't borrow money and those small caps went down and they couldn't, or was that a different bank? I'm trying to think.
It might have been that too. It might have been both of those. I don't know. I just know for sure or it was related to crypto a little bit. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, because there was one bank I know. I don't know if it was the same one or not, but there's one bank that, like, I think they also had a bank run because they were so over leveraged in small cap loans to like small companies that were getting these crazy loans to obviously try to grow and get and expand and stuff. But then since it was like 21 and 22, we had those high interest rates. They couldn't afford to take out loans to keep on, expanding, and then they had a default on their loans. So I don't know if it was Silicon Valley or not, but that was like a thing with like you're over leveraged in small caps. Like you
Gotcha.
shouldn't be over leveraged for that reason.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
yeah, very, very interesting. But yeah, I think I also want to say I think during the same time period that Silicon Valley had a bank run, I want to say that the carry trade was unraveling for
Um,
a little bit, or I don't know if it was I don't know if that was around that or not. I thought it was though.
I don't know. I
Maybe
think
not.
I think the yen carry happened shortly after that, but I could be wrong. But it wasn't too, it wasn't like years later, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. A few banks fell in. I remember a few banks. Yeah, a few banks did that. I remember it wasn't just one. People started freaking out because multiple banks started running. Yen was mid 2024. I did not know that. Man. Oh, I kind of knew that. I knew it was in that same year. I thought it was like just weird how it was like we had the bank runs, then we had the yen carry trade after that. It was like, oh, good lord, like people were starting to get really freaked out about it.
Yeah.
Wow, look at the difference in points. That's
Yep.
what Ford Neville was talking about. That
It's
is insanity.
Ford and Naomi at the top there. So, they're cheating. No, I'm kidding.
Forward, are you and Naomi? Are you guys like playing like across from each other, like in the same room, and you're like, "Don't look at my screen." Is that what's going on, or what? I have to know how the setup is. I have to know what the setup is for this. Like, are you guys across the room from each other?
Wow.
That's
That's
oh,
funny.
I love that.
They
That is
take it
hysterical.
seriously.
I tried to look and he hit the phone. Why is Mirage and Tai trying to be like Ford Neville? You're stupid. You're copying her. What if she's copying
Well,
him? Let's
she
give him some credit. Maybe he
Naomi
knows.
has won several times, so to her credit.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think I think it was that Ford Neville got 2 crypto questions and he was like locked in for those crypto questions. That's what pushed him up to the top for this one, I think.
There you go. There you go.
All right, going on to question number 16. Still close race here. In a recent interview, what percentage of zero DTE SPX trading did CBOE's Rob Hawking say is retail traders?
Yes.
This is a mouthful of a question.
Little wordy, sorry, but this is more of a, this is why I made it 50-50. It's more of kind of a fun fact, because I was surprised by this one. And hey, everyone coin flipped in the coin flipped based
Really?
results. So, uh, Rob Hawking is the global head of derivatives at SIBO, and what he said in the interview was that, uh, based on like their information, 90% of S0DT SPX is from retail broker platforms. But of course, he's saying, well, not everyone who's in a retail trading brokerage is a typical retail trader. So he said roughly like 55 to 60% is probably true retail, but still over 90% is in a retail brokerage. It's just, I would never have guessed that. But as Mirage is saying,
Honestly,
it
I'm
makes
not shocked by
sense.
that.
What did you say?
Yeah, I'm not shocked by that at all. I mean, it's zero DTEs. I mean, that means people are straight up just gambling. And who are the gamblers? The ones who want to get rich quick. Who wants to get rich quick? Retail, not hedge funds don't want to get rich quick. They already have
It's true.
billions of dollars they're managing under assets, right? Like,
Yeah. They're
who's left that's gonna be gambling that crap? It's gonna be the retailers. I get it.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's true. They're the hedge. The institutions are going to be doing longer term. Quarterly, end of month, or third of the month monthlies. Either those expirations are probably going to be where their majority of volume is. You're correct.
Right. And wow, look at that. As we take a look at the leaderboard, Ford Neville taking over first place, up by 71 points. Be jealous of the math I can do. I know, I did that in my head, by the way.
Good job.
Fact.
Great work.
Hey man, gotta flex the math skills once in a while,
Yeah. There you go.
Oh man. Moving on, question 17. The Phillips curve historically suggests an inverse relationship between. Now, I have talked about this many times on my YouTube videos. So if you're an avid watcher, you hopefully know what the Phillips curve is and what it talks about and how important it is right now, especially in the markets that we have. And the correct answer already is inflation and unemployment. Now, it's an inverse relationship. As unemployment is going to go up, inflation would go down, and vice versa. We are currently in a weird time period where inflation is actually like somewhat like average, but unemployment is also like low. So we're at this weird point where if you look at the Phillips curve, if you look it up from the Fed and stuff like that, and how it's measured, it's a very interesting curve to look at right now because something has to give. Either unemployment's going to give and it follows the curve that way, or inflation gives and it follows it that way. Everybody and a lot of people are talking about that unemployment is probably going to be what's going to have it normalize back to that actual curve. So we can already see that unemployment is starting to go up and it's starting to rise closer to 5%. Whereas even though it's not a huge thing to keep in mind about, if it has to follow that, Phillips curve or the beverage curve, people call it also, like that is where the huge thing is going to be. So it's very interesting. And the thing that makes it tough right now is AI is taking jobs. So unemployment isn't really, changing as much for that reason. It's yeah, AI broke the curve. Exactly. AI broke the curve. Um, but at some point, it has to get back to normalcy. Which way we go? My guess is unemployment. That's my 2 cents. But I have no idea. So, it's a very fun curve to look at and to study and to see what happens over time. And we have Forward Neville and Team Rocket still top two. To the moon,
80
climb up
points.
into third place. Try not to be last. Hey, you're not in last. That's what's up. Love that. And then last is top five. What were you gonna say, Ryan?
No, you had the 80 points between them. That's all I was saying.
Let's cut Ryan off. Depends on what they classify as employment. Yeah, that's the huge problem with everything is that like depending on what they and one of the things that I think a lot of people should be looking at is the 27. I think it's like the 26 or 27 weeks of unemployment. That means that they're staying unemployment for longer than just like the unemployment number because they might be counting people that got laid off like last week. Whereas you look at the 27-week number from the Fed, it's increasing, which means people who are being unemployed are staying unemployed for longer, which is the bigger problem to face. It's not like there's an active, fire, rehire, fire, hire. Like it's you're fired or you're unemployed and you're staying that way for a long time. So it's always a frustrating thing with all of the Fed data numbers to look at, but it gives you some sort of perspective at least. Question number 18. Stable coins are designed. Another crypto question from me. Stable coins are designed to be what?
I forgot.
Scott
forgot you had this one too.
Me too. And everybody gets it right. It is attached to an asset like the USD, like the US dollar, just stable asset like the US dollar. And that's very, really loosely as a stable asset because the dollar loses value, as we know. So that's really interesting. But stable. It's definitely not going to be volatile. Only using gaming. That makes no sense. Illegal. Nope. You can trade them on any platform, so they're not illegal. Fun fact. I find it weird how they say it's like a stable coin when it's like it's backed by the U.S. dollar, but the U.S. dollar loses value. Like,
well,
so it's not
yeah,
really
but
stable.
the point is when you trade it, it's always going to be trading at $1. That's the point. That's the stable part, right?
Yeah, the 1-to-1, like one coin is $1, all that kind of stuff.
But your point though, you have a point with
DXY
the
folks,
check the U.S. dollar because that is true. It does have that. It's not the U.S. dollar is not stable.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. And wow, we are still. I don't know. Ford Neville's pulling away a little bit. A couple hundred points there. Seems like he answered a little bit faster than Naomi there, which is very interesting. We have 2 questions left to go here. But again, Ford Neville is rocking these crypto questions. I bet that's why he's so good at it. I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yes, he knew.
Question number 19. Historically, over the long term, markets generally trend upward. What is this phenomenon called? Positive drift, mean reversion, market momentum, or negative drift? Mirage. Stupid.
Yeah. So,
All
uh,
right, take it away.
yeah, it's positive drift. Just in the long, if we zoom out in the market, day to day, we don't know what's going to happen. Month to month, we don't know what's going to happen. But historically, if you look at the stock market, it has gone up and to the right in the long run, right? So that's what positive drift is. And I could see how someone put market momentum. I mean, obviously, if the momentum's moving up, then it is following market momentum. But in the short term, market momentum could go down. So. And yes, it won't go to the left. You're right. For that would be bad. It would go down and to the right instead of up and to the right.
Could you like goes to the left? Like, where are you going? Back in
Yeah,
time? What are
that'd
we
be bad.
doing?
A lot has happened if that's what's
where,
going on.
where are we going, guys? That'd be wild. We have a very, very tight race between two competitors who are in the same household. Ford Inevitable and Naomi.
There we go.
And everybody else, I'm sorry, you're not gonna win.
But
But
hey,
it's okay.
you did a great job. I
Hey,
mean,
still play anyway.
we have people who have never played before who I'm imagining are in some of that top five, but I could be wrong, and maybe I'm wrong. But still, we have people who haven't played before, and it's good to learn stuff. We have people who definitely know their stuff, and that makes competition is tough.
Yeah, and that's kind of why we get to a point where it's like we come with these questions, like we sit there and we're just like, I gotta come up with a hard question because if these people have all this knowledge, try to level the playing field a little bit, some easy ones, some hard ones, because there's a lot of competition here every single week. A lot of people come in, they got a lot of knowledge under their belts here, and they kill it every single time. So we're always trying to come up with different kind of questions, maybe throw them off their game a little bit here, but clearly
Yes,
a lot of people who are in here are rocking this trivia, and
it's
it's
true.
awesome to see. And hopefully, we're bringing some knowledge. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're playing a part, hopefully, you learned something new today. If you can walk away here with one new fact that you learned about the markets, the one thing you probably learned was what that acronym was from first question, which I don't even know what that is still. I forgot what it was. It was like ABBO or whatever. I don't even know what it was, honestly. I forgot.
It's okay.
But anyways, you walk away with some new knowledge.
Yes, there you go.
NBBO. Oh, see, look at that. You know why? Because Ford Inevitable learned about it from me, and I learned about it from ChatGPT. That was the one question I learned about.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Last question. Ford Inevitable, stop typing. So, yeah. Okay. Stop typing because I need you to be locked in for this question. Locked in. All right. Question number 20. Early assignment risk for options is highest for out of the money calls, American style options near expiration ex dividend dates, European style options, or long straddles. Ford's trying to get me to look away. He's like, hey. And the correct answer is American style options near ex dividend dates. And the reason why, again, European options you can never exercise early. We have already done that. Question earlier, I believe it was last week, Ryan. I think it was when we did on YouTube.
Uh,
I believe we asked that question.
yeah, it was a repeat, but yes, it was brought up again last week.
Yeah, and out of the money calls will not be. You don't have to worry about early assignment risk for that reason because it's out of the money. Straddles is again you have to be out of the money for that one. The big thing to remember is that especially near ex dividend dates. So if you were ever selling options, and I've learned this with Robinhood, and it really annoys me. They'll be like, even though your strike price is far away from the actual price that's at right now, since it has a dividend coming up an ex dividend date, some people may want to exercise early for the dividend payout, but they will say like, "Oh, you're at high risk of early assignment." I'm like, "Dude, it's like $13 away from the strike price. Like, what are you
Yeah,
talking about?" So
it's
they always put that like warning out there. It's so annoying. It's frustrating.
it's all about extrinsic value. So it's a matter of if the dividend like exceeds the extrinsic value, they will do it. But like you said, if you're $5-10 away, you're very unlikely to have it happen. But if you're pretty close or in the money, they will definitely exercise early if
Yeah.
the extrinsic value works out for
Oh
them.
yeah. Yeah, they get the dividend payout, all that kind of stuff like that. They get, and it's in the money, especially. You get the shares a little bit cheaper. You get a little bit of a higher dividend yield, all that kind of stuff there. But I'll get notified, be like, you're at early assignment risk, and I was like, dude, it's like $10 away. Who's gonna assign
Right.
$10 early, like $10 up, to get like a $2 dividend?
Right.
Like that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? It's a weird question. So here we go with the leaderboards here. Oh my god, it's such a bright screen here. In third place, we have Try Not to Be Last. In second place, Team Rocket. And in first place, with 14,207, we have Forward Inevitable.
Yep.
Congratulations for you, Forward. And for everybody playing, taking a part here. We had so many people take part of it here. All these different people playing it. Thank you guys so much, as always, for playing it. Ryan, anything to say here before we wrap it up here to end off the video on YouTube?
Yeah, congrats forward, and thank you everyone for coming and joining. That was a good time as always. Yeah, appreciate the new people too. Good time.
Absolutely. And again, if you want more access to these here, check out Fridge Financials on YouTube. We put all the recaps of all the Discords videos. We record them all in here. We put them on YouTube. So you get full access to them. You want to listen to them, play it back, whatever. Learn something new. They're all there for you, of course. If you want to join the Kingdom Discord for a week free to take part in these, check out Ryan on wap.com/RyanLP. He has a free week there for you. And here's the best way to do it. You get a free week, and then you win trivia. You get a free month. So you can flip
There you
it
go.
and you can stack it over and over again. And then we also do these on YouTube twice a month as well to get free memberships on Fridge Financials as well. So feel free to take part in all that good stuff there. And that is it. So for people on YouTube, thank you so much for watching, and we will hopefully see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody, and bye-bye.